We light the first candle to honor Christianity. God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound in every good work. We light the second candle to honor Judaism. May Adonai bless you and keep you. May Adonai deal kindly and graciously with you. May Adonai bestow favor upon you and grant you peace. We light the third candle to honor Buddhism. What ultimately matters is how we view the things we have. Do we use our wealth to build up our egos and feed into our sense of entitlement? Or do we share its benefits and the positive advances it can bring? We light the fourth candle to honor Taoism. If you understand others, you are smart. If you understand yourself, you are illuminated. If you overcome others, you are powerful. If you overcome yourself, you have strength. If you know how to be satisfied, you are rich. We light the fifth candle to honor Hinduism. If you approach the ocean with a cup, you can only take away a cup. If you approach it with a bucket, you can take away a bucketful. We light the sixth candle to honor Sikhism. The three keys to success and the spirit are: know who you are, allow everything to come to you, share it with others. We light the final candle to honor Lakota spirituality. Whatever you do in life, do the very best you can, with both your heart and mind. If you do it that way, the power of the universe will come to your assistance. If you truly join your heart and mind as one, then whatever you ask for, that's the way it's going to be.
So our reading today comes from our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes. Drop all negative thoughts from the mind. Do not dwell on adversity, but think plenty into everything. For there is a power in the world. Meditate on the things that you are doing as being already done, complete and perfect. So I just invite you to turn within for a moment of contemplation of these words. And so how wonderful it is that I know that Spirit is right here, right now. In this very room. That Spirit is around us, through us, and of us. That we are enveloped in Spirit. And to know that this service is in divine right order. That Spirit moves through Bob and Shannon. The Spirit moves through Stephanie and all those that are participating in the service. So with gratitude, I just simply know that we are loved, that we are uplifted. And I simply just let that be. I rest in that knowledge, that truth. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is.
Okay. Bob Sima has been called Eckhart Tolle with a guitar. He is a troubadour, a way shower, a guide, an awakener, and a musical mystic. Through the medium of melody and message, he leads us into an expanded consciousness, deeper sense of connection, and greater inner peace and purpose. Shannon Plummer is an intentional creation coach, shamanic practitioner, artist, and singer. She combines spiritual, shamanic, and metaphysical wisdom. Her energy and presence creates a sacred space for expansion and deepening of what is waiting to be expressed. Together they amplify each other's talents as they weave their individual gifts into a divine combination. Friends, please welcome Bob Sima and Shannon Plummer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I will say good morning this time. Okay. All right. So the way that generally this works is I sit down and my fingers just start typing. Often two or three of Bob's songs pop into my consciousness, and I'm like, how are those connected? And my fingers just start. So what ends up culminating from a message in music is a theme that often connects three of Bob's songs in a way that I never even imagined they would be connected. And at times he'll ask me, he's like, so what are the songs for the message? And I'll tell him and he'll go, what? So it's an honor and a privilege to have that as a foundation. I will be transparent this morning. I've actually done this talk before, and I did it at a Unity church, and after the service, I was like, Bob, that's total science of mind. Like, we've got to do that at a CSL. So I want to welcome you in. This morning's talk is about artistry. Artistry. And recently somebody said to me, you know, artistry, if you break it down, is art is dry. So this morning, I just invite you into that concept as we get started. I'm going to start with a poem from Hafiz. Bob started with Rumi, and I'd like to open with a poem from Hafiz. We live on the sun's playground. Here, everyone gets what they want. Sometimes the body of a beautiful woman, sometimes the body of a beautiful man, sometimes the body of both in one. We used to play that kind of tag in the animal world too. Now a mouse, now a tiger. Look, I am a whale. I got tired of the land, went back to the ocean for a while. What power is it in our sinew and mind that will not die? That keeps us shopping for the perfect dress? We have all heard the flute player and keep dancing toward him. Hafiz, you have seen the flute player and cannot help but whirl.
Every day is a reason to celebrate out loud. I'm going to do that again, and I want you to celebrate out loud. Every day is a reason to celebrate out loud. Every day is a reason to celebrate out loud. Every sunrise is a sacred invitation to bow down. Every single ray of the sun, it shines for you. So how could it be anything but a miracle? Tell me, won't you? Tell me, won't you? Like a snowflake melting in your hand, the ticking of the clock and the grain of sand, living like it's right in front of you, right in front of you, right in front of you. Living like it's right in front of you, right in front of you, right in front of you. You're moving fast at twice the speed of here, and now you're
So Hafiz and Bob are both speaking the language of artistry. The language of artistry. We get to live in this playground, the sun's playground, as Hafiz spoke, with endless and limitless possibilities of expression, interaction, and choice. Limitless possibilities of expression, interaction, and choice. So, are you actually living? Do you bow down to the sunrise? Do you hear the flute player in the distance? Do you recognize the song? Do you acknowledge his serenade? Do you whirl when you see that flute player? Do you celebrate out loud? As Bob sang, how can it be anything but a miracle? Artistry is not just a language for poets and musicians, for painters and sculptors, for authors and filmmakers. Artistry is the universal language of all that is. Art is try. Whether you consider yourself a creative person or not, we all speak the language of artistry through every thought, word, and deed. Inspired by one of my shamanic mentors, I would liken artistry to the phrase creativity, creating, creation. We're all creativity. We are all creating. We are all creation. From the concepts that birth within us as creativity, we generate form and begin outwardly creating. Then we become the observer of that creation. How can that be anything but a miracle? So maybe I can pose it in a different way. Are you actually living life like it is right in front of you? Because it is. You choose how the alphabet of your artistry combines into words that form into sentences to create a story around you as you. Do you stop to witness that which is the hard proof evidence of your own signature? Your own life on Sun's playground. What is it that you artfully choose to leave behind to affect yourself, to affect others? Not just in the present moment, not just for this generation, but for generations to come. We are at a crazy, crazy time in this life of humanity, yes? What are we choosing every day, every thought? What are we choosing to leave behind? Paraphrasing what Yeshua presented through the Gospel of John, we are not only chosen but appointed to go and bear lasting fruit upon the earth. Fruit that, when birthed with similar intentions of Yeshua's teaching, will reciprocate abundance in our own lives. We are not only chosen, but appointed. That takes on a whole other meaning, an entirely different meaning. If we are appointed, what is our responsibility, folks? What is our responsibility, and what are we choosing to leave behind? Artistry, the circle of life. Creativity, creating creation. That's creating creativity. I know you guys have heard this one before, but It's perfect, perfect, and so eloquent. The prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring love. Where there is offense, let me bring pardon. Where there is discord, let me bring union. Where there is error, let me bring truth. Where there is doubt, let me bring faith. Where there is despair, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, let me bring your light. Where there is sadness, let me bring joy. Oh, Master, let me not seek as much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that one receives, it is in self-forgetting that one finds, it is in pardoning that one is pardoned. It is in dying that one is raised to eternal life. We get to choose. Regardless of what is going on around us, we can enter that scenario, that experience of hatred, but we bring what we want to bring to that. Artistry. We have the pen and the ink and the paper in our hand. What is calling to be lived right in front of you today? What is calling to you to be lived as your legacy of your eternal life? I want to invite you into a meditation. So as you're comfortable, and in your perfect comfort position for a contemplative space, I invite you to get in touch with your breath. Feel the breath as it is entering your body and know that what is riding in on that breath is the life force that is animating you and keeping you in this beautiful body that you are walking around on this earth. With the inhale, I invite you to recognize the creativity that is you. And with the exhale, I invite you to recognize that life force, as it moves through your creativity, is creating. Allow that inhale to vibrate through every cell in your body. Feel the energy moving through you. What is it? What is it within your body, within your cells, within the core of your spirit, your beingness, that wants to be lived? Not through you, but as you. Are you living it? Are you an example of the creation of that which is screaming for you? Recognize the flute player, recognize the call of spirit. the appointment. When we listen, when we recognize, when we hear the call, that is the appointment. Commit to yourself today to be the creation, to speak your artistry, to think your artistry, to exude your artistry in a way that shows love, in a way that shows peace, in a way that shows patience, in a way that shows abundance, clarity, honor, and reverence for the energy that is behind the call within you. Make a commitment to yourself. Set an intention that you will leave behind that which is your calling.
Tell me what is the measure of a life well done? Tell me how do you count an uncountable song? A collection of your minutes, your hours and your days, a number of heartbeats, breaths in the lines on your face. It's a nebulous affair, pulling value from the air. Was it your good taste, your good name, your everlasting image in a picture frame? Or is it nothing you can hold on to, and everything that flows through you? When your hands are empty and your heart is full, and you can smile on your very last day, there is nothing you need to measure, and nothing you need to say, and nothing to take with you but what you have given away. It's never the riches and all it brings, accumulating
Again, I invite you to make a commitment to yourself. When you can smile on your very last day. Today, my friends, is the last day that you are who you are today. And tomorrow, we get to do it all over again. From a new perspective, because we have yet to experience today. And what we create, what we become as creation today. What is it that you wish to leave behind? As grand or as seemingly insignificant or small that you believe it is, today is the only day that you need to go to bed with a smile on your face. And tomorrow we can make a new commitment. If you are still in that contemplative, meditative space, I invite you to receive a breath. Allow that inhale to activate that commitment, that intention that is you. And allow that exhale to begin to send it out into the world. And feel the chair under you. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And return back into the beautiful sacred space of CSL Greater Dayton. Regardless of our life circumstances or personal preferences, we all have the ability to give, to share, to gift. Something that is conspiring in us to become alive and lived through us and as us. We have something to contribute to every situation, from the simplicity of a quiet smile to the intricacies of family dynamics. And we all know that the holidays are coming up and all those family dynamics seem to bubble to the surface. What do you wish to bring? Be that. Remember that we have been appointed to leave behind a piece of ourselves in order to receive the gifts of creation. The gift of creativity, creating creation in and as us. How can that be anything but a miracle? We recently met an author whose name is Eva Nasser, and she shares her life story in her recently published book, Rifles to Roses, Memories and Miracles. She poetically reminds us of the power that we have when we recognize the dance of divinity that we participate in every moment of our lives. She repeats this concept throughout her book. And this is actually what led me to sit down and start typing. So here it is. Imagine being made by the best artist into an instrument, a cello or a guitar or whatever catches your fancy. Then, imagine being played by a prodigy and being heard by all attuned ears with the same heart that made you. Imagine that you are all these things. Imagine this kind of alignment. You are not just the instrument. You are not just the prodigy. You are not just the listener, listening to that prodigy that you are, play the instrument that you are. You are the heart behind it all. Making a full circle back to Hafiz, he wrote, I am a hole in the flute that the Christ's breath moves through. Listen to this music. We are all holes in a flute, playing to the language of artistry, listening to the language of all that is whirling in the miracles of creativity, creating creation. Your commitment to living your life is as important as the measure you gauge the impact of life itself. What is calling you? Artistry. Art is try. Artistry. We are all waiting to listen to the music that Spirit is moving through you. Are you listening? Are you owning your artistry?
From my heart to yours. From my heart to yours, Eckhart Tolle with a guitar to yours. We were sitting over there and I said, I think I look more like Wayne Dyer. And Wayne Dyer inspired this song. Won't you sing us all your songs? Sing us all your songs. Sing us all your songs that you know. Won't you sing us all your songs? Sing us all your songs. You gotta sing us all your songs before you go. Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music. Don't die with your music in you. You gotta leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. For the others coming along, you gotta leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. You gotta leave it all behind. 'Cause we wanna hear your song. Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music. Don't die with your music in you. I need a little something, finger snap or something. Come on. That'll work. You gotta leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. For the others coming along, you got